Well, hello and welcome back to another Chris McPherson Show live watch along as we get set for the Super League. St Helens and Leeds playing off here. It is first plays third, both on 18 competition points heading in. This is a tight competition at the moment, so we are waiting to see these two sides going toe-to-toe to long-term rivals. These guys have played some quality clashes in recent years and certainly across history, and it is going to be exciting to see how the two of them go going toe-to-toe. Let's have a look at how the two teams line up. Let's start with Leeds. Fergie McCormack in jersey 28 is at the back. The wingers, Micah Sevo and Ryan Hall. The centres, Harry Newman and Ash Handley. The halves will be Brodie Croft and Jake Connor. The front row in jersey 8, Mikolaj Oledzki and 15, Cooper Jenkins. The hooker is Jared O'Connor in 9. The back row, 14, Chris Hankinson, 12, James McDonald, and at lock is 11, Callum Watkins. Their bench, 13, Keenan Palacia, 17, Cameron Smith, 20, Presley Castle, and 23, Danny Levi. They are coached by Brad Arthur. And then on the other side of this, we have St Helens. At fullback is Jack Wellesby. On the wings, jersey 2, Kyle Felton Giles, jersey 6, Tristan Saylor. The centres will be Harry Robertson and Mark Percival. The halves, Johnny Lomax in 7 and George Whitby in 17. The front rowers, Alex Walmsley in 8, David Clemmer in 13. Darryl Clark will be the hooker at 9. The back row, Curtis Searon in 11, 16, Matt Whitby and 22, Joe Shorrocks. And then the bench will be Shane Wright in 12, 15, George Delaney, 28, Jake Davies, and 30, Tom Humphries. And they are coached by Paul Rowley. And not far away from kickoff now. As I said, first plays third. No love lost between these two sides as they clash here at Leeds. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video. Get involved in the comments as well. And of course, subscribe on the channel if you're enjoying the content and you want to stay up to date with lots of rugby league content. Countdown to kickoff is well and truly on. So wait, these two teams getting underway. Teams start to take out their positions. Of course, just a reminder, St Helens went down to Castleford 30-10 last round, which was 2 weeks ago. While Leeds 52-0 winners over Huddersfield. Of course, Huddersfield anchored to the bottom of the ladder at the moment. Just 2 wins for their season. So it'll be Leeds to kick us off as we get set to get underway here. It'll be Jake Connor to kick off. He drives it down. One bounce and it's taken. And here comes St Helens. Walmsley is the first one taken to ground. He'll play it 19 out from his line. Now it's Clemmer. His numbers absolutely piling in there. Callum Watkins leads the way. Alongside him is Oledzki. Now they go a little wider. Working forward now up over the 30-metre line. Now +2 here off the ruck. They're almost up to the 40. Through Walmsley again. Now darting in behind Wellesby, picks up 15 metres. He'll end up over halfway. Then up a little more than that. They'll play it on tackle 5, 43 out from the line. They go to the air. Well taken at the back by McCormack. But he's quickly met by the defence, Sirinen and Clemmer. Working out of their own end here. Ryan Hall played on tackle 2. Here comes Micah Sevo. Plays it 15 out for the line. Work it forward to Leeds. Strong intent from St Helens early here. Ledsky will play just over his 20-metre line. Connor in distributing out of dummy half. 5 tackles gone. They play it 23 out from the line. Pressure on the kicker. They have to switch things up. And now Wellesby will take it on the full and he'll come over his 40. Tries to get free of a couple of players, but they eventually drag him down. Tash Handley, and they'll start this set 43 out from their line. And, oh, St Helens have coughed it up, though. Dear, oh, dear. Kyle Felt. He had a bit of a look there, and the defence was coming up at a rate of knots. And what looked like it should be a prime set for St Helens turns into a great start for Leeds. Watkins will play it now on the 40 on tackle 1. Croft shovels it on. Jenkins will play it. 34 out from the line, centre field. Almost 30 out on the next tackle. They keep working it forward, this time through Oledzki. He's got 2 on him. He gets the ball away. O'Connor fires it on. Now they swing it wide. Watkins thinks about the little flick pass there. He had McDonald with him, but decides better of it. The ball's been coughed up as he's gone to ground. Here's a bit of push and shove. Players racing in from everywhere. David Clemmers at the middle of it. You can see why they've got umbrage there. Curtis Sirenen just shoulder charging. Jared O'Connor off the ball. It looks like it's going to be a penalty for the late shot or the shot off the ball. And Leeds are going to elect to take the shot at goal early doors here. It'll be Jake Connor. About 13 out from the line. The shot was actually on Croft. So Connor will take this 15 out from the line, just to the right of the uprights. Have an opportunity to put the first points on the board for the Leeds Rhinos. Great to have you all tuning in. Love it if you hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. Let us know in the comments where you're watching from and who you're barracking for, cheering for. Connor makes no mistake. Leeds lead 2 points to nil after almost 4 minutes. Now St Helens get us back underway. They go deep here. It's taken by Hall. He works it forward and he's met by the defence. 14 out from his line. 11 in from touch. Fence is up quickly. A little bit of footwork there. Eventually get the ball away. McDonald gives it on to Newman, who Sailor's all locked up with. They're trying to drag him into touch. Didn't work. He'll play it on the 30. Again, the defence up quickly here as Ryan Hall takes another run. Now they swing it across. Watkins. Brought down. 35 out from the line. They go through the middle here. It's a good, strong run from Oledzki. He's been positive early for Leeds. Kicking now on tackle 5, finding some turf and a breaking kick. Beautiful kick in the end from Jake Connor. He kicked it from inside the 40. No, outside the 40 in the end. Right distance on it. It would have been a 50-10. Well placed. Saw South Sydney pull off a couple of beautiful 40-20s last night in the NRL. Both led to tries, but this time St Helens just have to work this out of their own end. It gives Leeds a chance to set their defensive line. Now, Harry Robertson. And a penalty for offside. They're a little too enthusiastic in getting forward, Leeds. So now, St Helens will start this in the attacking half. 5 metres into the attacking half, and away they go. Whitby will play it. Let's tackle one inside the 40. Now Clemmer goes straight into Jenkins and O'Connor. Brought down just shy of the 30-metre line. He'll play it on tackle 2 now, centre field. Work this on. Walmsley. Sharrock's doing a lot of ball playing. I play it now on the 20. What there from Clark, gets the offload away, and Alex Walmsley is in support, and he will get the first try of the match. St Helens get across. That was just far too easy. The Leeds defence was backpedaling. Eyes up rugby league by Darryl Clark, and he gets the big man across for the first try of the game. Alex Walmsley, easy as you like. Just rolls on over under the post. It's a good quick play the ball, and Clark just got out, drew a couple of defenders and popped the one-handed offload. Got McDonald shooting out of the line and drew him in and just popped it round behind him, and Walmsley trailed through. Great support run. Joe Sharrock's nearly got in the way. He had to bail out of there. And big Alex Walmsley running the support line of a fullback gets it done. Lead 4 points to 2 after just over 7.5 minutes. Walmsley, a veteran of the club, been playing there for 14 seasons. Tristan Saylor will be the man to take the conversion attempt. Just in line with the left upright, 10 metres back, and he makes no mistake. St Helens lead 6 points to 2. Yeah, might help if we put the scoreboard up. That's better. And Leeds get us back underway. And continue to work it forward here. The try scorer, Walmsley. Now playing it is Clemmer. 35 out from the line. Sharrock's drifting across field. Sirenen now up to the 40. Clark gets out of dummy half, and again Walmsley getting on the front foot, gets up over halfway. Play it 48 out from the line. Now they go to Whitby, who kicks from just over halfway. High and tracking back is Sevo. He gets there, loses his footing, and he's wrapped up in the end by Felt. But Felt, another mistake. This time he's offside on the kick chase. And Leeds will breathe a sigh of relief here. Not sure if it's Felt, actually. It might be against Harry Robertson. Leeds find some marginal improvement kicking for touch, but away they go now, and they're playing it now on tackle 2 through Micah Sevo. Now Jenkins will play it. Letsky on tackle 4 on halfway. Watkins out the back, cut out ball now. Sevo, a little juggle, and away he goes down the outside. He's got to try and stay inside the touchline. Does. He's dragged down by Robertson. He'll play it 9 out from the line, 3 in from touch on tackle 5. They come back the short side. Nothing presenting. Percival. trying to defend Hanley, and they end up holding him up in the in-goal on tackle 6. Something coming from nothing there from Leeds, but couldn't quite convert. Mike Acevo down the outside, though. It was only the pace of Harry Robertson in the end that saved what could have been a try. Dragging down the big Fijian from behind. Hey, Dave, you're tuning in. Get involved in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. Interesting stats. St Helens have not lost a game this season when they've scored the first try. 6 from 6. As they get on the outside here now, Percival. He's dragged down on tackle 4. Just short of halfway. And they swing it across. They're going to kick early. Kick down. It rolls and it rolls and it rolls. And McCormack picks it up just outside his own try line. And eventually he's met by Kyle Felt. 9 metres out from his line. Sevo's there. Good strong defence. Clemmer leading the way. That'll more than likely out. That'll be a penalty. A second effort from David Clemmer. Discipline's been pretty ordinary so far tonight. St Helens given away a few really key penalties. Just don't need to be given. Leeds kick for touch. They find it 35 out from the line. Tap taken by Hanley, and they swing it across through Connor to Watkins. They'll play it 36 out centre field. They come back towards the left edge. Jenkins bumping through a couple. Dragged down over the 40 by Johnny Lomax in the end. Now Oledzki. He's up over halfway. Clemmer down low around the legs. Walmsley was over the top. Now they work it across. Croft. McCormack to McDonald. Now he'll play at tackle 4. 40 out from the line on the attack. Scheming forward is O'Connor. Nothing doing. And then the defence up quickly, and they put the pressure on Hankinson. That's great defence from Harry Robertson. That'll be tackle 5 on the attacking 40. 20 in from touch. It'll be Connor to go to the air. He sends up a towering bomb. Wellesby does well underneath it. Bumps out of the first runner. Then they pass it on. Now Hall's got towed to the loose ball. And all of a sudden, St Helens are going to be playing this on tackle 1, a metre out from their own line after they tried to overplay their hand. Percival. Sailor. Sailor's hit strongly as they race up. Jenkins, the man to get him. Now they work it forward here. They progress outside their 10 with Sirenen. Now Clark gets out of dummy half. Tackled by his opposite number in O'Connor. Just over the 20-metre line. A little fumble there. He managed to hang on, though. No, the referee says he doesn't hang on. The referee says he's coughed it up. Darryl Clark wants to challenge it, does he? Yep, so we're going to have a captain's challenge here. 14 minutes gone. St Helens leading 6 points to 2. Let's have a look and see, does he lose control here? Darryl Clark. Neither the camera angle's telling us a whole lot at the moment. Oh, 4th camera angle now. The camera's shooting into the sun, dear. You might get away just thanks to good camera angles here. A lot of freeze frames, a lot of steals here. Still not a lot of clarity. Challenge unsuccessful after numerous camera angles and not a lot of 100% clarity, but enough there for the referee's on-field decision to be supported. So there you go. So they support the on-field decision. I have to say it looked that way too, to be fair. Well, there's a couple of knock-ons in there, to be fair. But captain challenge unsuccessful, so it will be a scrum. And Leeds will start here on the attack, 20 out from the line. Ledsky plays it. It's Jenkins, sorry, this is now Ledsky going forward. They come back to Jenkins again, and Jenkins has coughed it up. Dear, oh dear. What a mediocre display so far. The first change of the day, Shane Wright comes on for Alex Walmsley. HIA change. Tristan Saylor scoots around the outside, almost gets free for St Helens. He's wrapped up though by Harry Newman. Now they're probing across field here, just trying to find some holes. The Saints. Jack Wellesby plays it now. 36 out from the line. Push forward again. There's Wright. Just trying to poke their heads through, and they'll play it on tackle 4. Just over halfway. Swing it across. Clark at first receiver. Shorrocks gives on. Eventually Whitby's the man that takes it up on tackle 5. I'm not sure that was the design. Now Lomax will go to the air. Easily taken by McCormack. Ladder leaders with work to do. They're trailing by 4. Work this out. Newman plays it. Now Sevo. And we've got another penalty. Discipline absolutely mediocre over the first 15 or so minutes, as has ball handling been. It has not been a classical contest. We have 4 penalties in 15 minutes. So Leeds find touch, 36 out from the line, and they go straight away, pushing it forward. Connor across to Croft. Now to Newman. He's almost up to the 30 here before he's wrapped up by Sirenen. Watkins giving it on now to McDonald. They come back. Watkins takes it himself. He'll play it 18 out from the line, centre field. Connor getting out of dummy half. Rolled in behind here. Opportunity. Oh, there's been a knock on there by Wellesby. They played on. I think there's been a knock on both ways in the end. Hall's put it over the line, but I think we're going to have a double knock on. Is the referee going to say it's gone backwards from St Helens? Surely not. Wellesby getting across to try and grab it, the Croft grubber. He's knocked it on. And Hall's knocked it on. He's going to say it's gone backwards off St Helens. That'll do me. That's the referee's doing as well as some of the players are at the moment. But anyway, everyone dealt with it. So Robertson goes forward from the scrum. Now Clemmer. Wrapped up by McDonald, Jenkins and O'Connor. Gets to play the ball. Scheming out Shorrocks. They push it wide now. Robertson on the ball again. This time it's Connor. Hankinson doing the defending. Shane Wright will play just short of the 30. They kick from inside their 30. Ball bounces on the 40 and sits up nicely for Fergie McCormack, who'll run back to the 40 and play it there. There's no one at dummy half. A little bit of confusion there. Eventually they get it sorted out. And Connor fires the ball off to Ash Handley. He's tackled by Clark and Sirinen. And the defence works up quickly on Hall, but he bounced out of the first, and Sirinen has to wrap him up on the second endeavour. Ledsky goes forward. Now they go across Connor, dropping Watkins back underneath. He's wrapped up by Whitby and one other. And Sirinen. Tackle 5, 24 out from the line. Connor kicks to the air. Floats it just short of the goal line. And well placed, and Wellesby goes back in and is dropped inside his in goal. Well, the chase led by Harry Newman was perfectly placed, almost millimetre perfect. Couldn't get a foot back into the in goal to take the kick on the full in the in goal. And is drilled back there and will force a goal line dropout. 19 minutes gone. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. Got plenty more rugby league content coming your way, as well as much, much more. There's some more live watch-alongs coming over the weekend, both the Super League and the NRL. This dropout is a wobbly one. It's going to be an awkward bounce for Sevo. He gets there in the end, picks it up just inside the touchline, 34 out, and he's offloaded it, but St Helens have knocked it on as they've gone to ground. Kyle Felt is not having a great day at the office, but Micah Sevo's pass wasn't a great one either. Just a panic pass in the end. I think he thought he was going into touch. Could have been another unforced turnover, to be fair. But instead, Leeds breathe a sigh of relief. Now they'll feed the scrum, 33 out from the line, 20 in from touch. Sevo's the man to feed it. O'Connor at lock. Ledsky now takes it forward. He'll play at 33 out from the line, centre field. They push it wide to the right. Watkins for McDonald. As McDonald is met very strongly by 4 Saints defenders and pushed back to the 30-metre line. Out they come again. Watkins at first receiver. Jenkins pushes on. They go again. They push wide now to Hankinson. He'll play at 20 in from touch, 22 out from the line. O'Connor straight out of dummy half, gives it off. Ledsky again going forward. He'll play at 13 out from the line, centre field. O'Connor getting pushed across now. Comes back to the centre field, and again, Ledsky's there. O'Connor probing out. Watkins with a little flick pass. Grub it in behind. Played at, was it? It was, and then it was knocked on. Newman, the man with a knock on. Connor was just drifting across field, tried to roll the grubber in behind. I think it would have been played at. But then Newman couldn't pick it up. Looked no more like a knock-on than the one previously by Wellesby. It's exactly the argument the lead centre tried to plead. Actually, it was Connor coming through trying to pick it up. So, St Helens now to work it out of their own end. As I said, it's been far from a thrilling start, and it looks like Alex Walmsley might be out of action with a HIA. Still sitting on the sideline in the pink vest now. No, a little bit more. As again, St Helens make a mistake in the ruck. It's an incorrect play, the ball there against Mark Percival. Been mistake riddled this first half. And now the Leeds Rhinos will start this set 20 out from the line, and they push forward here. Jenkins will play it on tackle 1. Now Watkins driving his way forward to the 10-metre line. He's centre field, 10 out. Tackle 2. Perfect opportunity here for the Rhinos to get back on the scoreboard. Connor just dropping Jenkins back underneath. And play it now, 4 out from the line. Now they work forward. Connor again. On for McCormack. Little bat on Sevo for the corner. I think he's got there. 3 defenders. He somehow managed to stay inside the touchline, I think. The referee sending it up on no try. So we've got illegal contact on Ash Hanley. So it's going to be a good result either way for the Leeds Rhinos. 23 minutes gone. So I think it's saying the potential obstruction. We've then got illegal contact again. Kyle Felt in the middle of things. Here they go. They're looking. So we're going to have an obstruction lead up, but will the foul play overrule it? So it is no try obstruction. A penalty against Kyle Felt. He is having an absolute shocker of an afternoon. St Helens' discipline is really hurting them. Both teams' ball handling is poor at best. So Leeds now another set on the attack here. And they'll start it on the left edge. It'll be that man Hanley who taps it and gives it off. Hankinson will play it. 5 out from the line. 5 to the left of the uprights. They swing it across. Watkins gives it on. Palasia's out there now. Now Letsky taken low around the legs. Good strong tackle by Matt Whitby. Connor Croft giving it out. McCormack's coughed it up. Sierran gives it away to Saylor here. And another chance goes begging for the Leeds Rhinos. 24 minutes gone, and Saylor will play it here on tackle 0. And not only will he play it on tackle 0, they'll get a penalty because the ruck was far too long. They look like they were tangled a little bit here, but again, just McCormack. The pressure coming up from Mark Percival was too much for him. Now we've got another captain's challenge. I'm going to be honest, these games between Leeds and St Helens can sometimes be absolute thrillers. This one's close on the scoreboard, but that's about all it has going for it. So they're challenging that it's been knocked down by St Helens. Leeds. They're trying to claim that Percival played at the ball. Doesn't quite look like that. So they've agreed that Percival's hit it. So we've got there in the end. It is a knock on by Percival. So Leeds will get a scrum feed here. Fergie McCormack's as happy as anyone with that. One less error on his stat sheet today. And Leeds now will have an attacking chance 10 out from the line. Centre field. Connor will feed it. O'Connor gets out the back. And Newman. A penalty for offside from the scrum. Dear, oh dear, we've got a bit of everything. They like to repack the scrum here, Leeds. O'Connor out the back, gives it on. Croft takes it into the defence. He's wrapped up tackle 1. 7 out from the line, just to the left of the uprights. Now Watkins, little show and go. Tucks it under his arm. He's dragged down 6 out just to the right of the uprights. Comebacks through centre field. Connor getting it on. Hankinson dragged down. He's 10 in from touch, 8 out from the line. Scrappy play the ball, but it works out. Palacia on. Croft. Little show, little go. Bump through 1. Can't bump through the 2nd and 3rd. Dragged down in the end by Shorrocks and Wright. Now they push it. Palacia again. He dummies to Oledzki, but decides to go himself. He'll play it 3 out from the line, just inside the left upright. Again, the play the ball not the best. Oh, dear. What about that? Just dropping a line back underneath. Chris Hankinson runs a sweeping line back against the grain and gets the Rhinos a try back. And now it is 6 points all with a kick to come. That was as simple as you like. You draw those sorts of things up on a training ground. You don't think they're actually going to work out that simply, that well on the field. But sure enough, they do. 6 all, 26 minutes gone. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel, get involved in the comments as well, guys. Let me know where you are watching from around the world. Always good to have plenty of people tuning in. Even better if we can talk some rugby league in the comments. Beautiful work there. Connor just gives it to Hankinson, running that nice line back underneath. The shape set to the outside that sold it, and they were sliding hard, St Helens. Hankinson adds another try to his tally. And now Jake Connor will have the chance to put Leeds back into the lead as we tick down towards half-time, inside the final 13 minutes of this first half. It's been far from a stunning game of rugby league, it's fair to say. But it's been a close one. Connor gets the conversion. And it is 8 points to 6. Leeds leading St Helens. Try scorers Walmsley and Hankinson. You're getting the doubles. That's a pretty handy double. Front row into second row. St Helens went pretty close to giving away another penalty there off the kickoff. Coming close to in front, I think. But now, Palacia plays it on tackle 1 on his 10-metre line. Hall brings it forward. It's a little bit of technical issue here. We'll be right back with you. Leeds try and work this out of their half. Playing it now is Cameron Smith who's out there. They kick. Down to St Helens. Just trying to get this stream. Just having a moment, guys. Apologies. Yeah, we're back now, and Kyle Felt's caught high by Callum Watkins. There'll be a penalty going the way of the Saints. So work it forward here. That'll be Whitby to play it now. 32 out from the line. Now pushing forward, Walmsley. Obviously clear to that HIA after all. I didn't get that update, but he's back out there, so it's always a good sign as Lomax takes it forward. He's almost up to the 20 on tackle 3. Plays it 20 out from the line, 20 in from touch. Walmsley goes on another run. He's going across field. Well, he's drifting and trying to ball play big Alex Walmsley there, but he's brought down. 15 out from the line, centre field. They work it to the right. Lomax, little skip across. They give it to the outside. Kyle Felt working for the corner. Just bumps over the top. And Fergie McCormack and Kyle Felt. He hadn't had a great afternoon to this point, but he would take it all if it means he gets the try that puts his Saints back into the lead, wide out right. And it is 10 points to 8 with a kick to come. And Tristan Saylor will have a tough conversion attempt from wide out on the right here, but Leeds' lead did not last long at all. 10 points to 8. St Helens back on top. Kyle Felt gets his 8th try of the campaign. But more importantly, puts his Saints back in front against their rivals Leeds here, away from home. Lomax did well, summed up the situation, realised Felt needed early ball. And they did exactly that. Drawing it through the hands, and Kyle Felt just gets back against the grain. And over the top of McCormack. O'Connor in cover defence couldn't get there. Clark comes in after the fact. So Saylor from wide out on the right. 4 metres in from touch, takes a strike. And he slots it. What about that from the young man? Son of a former NRL player and Australian Rugby Union International, dual code international. Wendell Saylor slots that to give them a 12-8 lead. 4 points, much more comfortable margin here. So, 8 minutes till half time. Great to have you all tuning in. Don't be shy. Get involved in those comments. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know who you think gets the W here. Let us know your thoughts for the rest of the round. Are there any upsets in the brewing in round 13 of Super League? Who takes it out tomorrow morning? Castleford and Lee. Looking forward to that one. Even some NRL takes. We don't mind. Get in there. Let us know. Have a chat about any sport as Leeds give away another penalty here. Tackle complete, and they've just locked their hand on the ball, he says. Palacia. Maybe a little hard done by there. – Saints find touch on halfway. Looking at the stats, Leeds should certainly be on top of this one. 89% completion, 16 play the balls in the opposition 20, only 2 penalties conceded. 2 play the balls in the opposition 20 for St Helens, 77 completion rate and 6 penalties conceded, yet somehow the Saints are on top. Be a cruel game, rugby league. As George Delaney's out there now for St Helens. He plays it, 30 out from the line. Working the way forward, Whitby's going to play it. Now Shorrocks gets it out. Lomax gives it on. It's Wellesby inside the 20. He'll play it 18 out from the line. Tackle 5. Whitby to kick. Kicks across to the left edge. Percival, little juggle. Was he taken without the ball? Ryan Hall's back there, but we're going to play the knock on. Percival asked the question, but the referee said no. I think that's all well and good, that one. And it will come back for a play the ball. St Helens line defence up very quickly on Harry Newman. Sending Levi out there now at dummy half for the Rhinos. Palacia goes forward. He'll play just outside the 20 on tackle 3. Working across left edge now, getting it done. Try scoring Hankinson. Swing it out wide now. They've got the numbers if they can use them. Croft crabs across, and in the end, the overlap is defended. Kick from inside the 40. Ball sits up for Felt. Comes forward and takes it. Is dragged down by Hankinson. Watkins is in there as well. Now trying to use the explosive pace of Robertson. He's so quick off his step as he goes. Felt going for another run here late in the half. Down to 5 minutes to go till half time. Great to have you all tuning in. Hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel. Get involved in those comments. Don't be shy. Now Sharks goes across. Matt Whitby will play it. Little dink in behind from Wellesby. Finds a bounce, knocked backwards. Oh, scrappy handling in the end. There was about 3 or 4 bumps, but to say one of them went forward. Leeds have got a captain's challenge if they want to use it, but I think it'd be brave to use because there's definitely a knock on there on the ground from Newman. The first one's knocked back. Second one's knocked back. Third one knocked on, I think. So it's going to be a scrum. St Helens. 10 out from the line. They'll look to try and extend this lead as we head towards halftime. Inside the final 4 minutes of the first half. They feed it and move on. Now pushing their way forward. Shorrocks takes the hit up. Tackled by Levi. And they go across, and George Whitby just drops a runner underneath in George Delaney. He'll play it 20 in from touch, 8 out from the line on the left edge. Now Shorrocks will skip at the line and is dragged down in the end by Palacia and Smith. And they work across. Whitby grubbers it in behind, and they'll force a goal line dropout here as they take McCormick dead. Wellesby the man chasing through, and it'll be another set here. Lee's just trying to hold on and get through to half time without conceding any more points. Less than 3 minutes remain till the break now. One of those interesting dropouts. It wasn't short, but it wasn't long. It was taken just over 20 metres out. Percival will play this 17 metres from the line, 10 in from touch on the left edge. Now they work it forward. Shane Wright will play it. Clark out. Shorrock's on. Whitby. That's George Whitby. A little show, little go. No one bought the candy he was selling. Clark now. Shorrock's for right. Palacia cuts him in half with the help of Hankinson. They keep coming to the right. Hit Clark. Runner goes through. Clark surrenders himself. Doesn't take an advantage. That's tackle 5. He's 2 out from the line. 20 in from touch on the right edge. Awkward pass out of dummy half goes now. Whitby. George Whitby kicks to the corner. Taken in the field of play by Ryan Hall, and he's just pushed back into the in goal. There'll be another goal line dropout. Down inside 2 minutes remaining, but another set for them to defend. Saylor. Purcell getting through. Great kick, chase, pressure. Well-placed kick in the end too after a bit of a scramble. George Whitby the kicker. This time they go longer with the dropout. George Whitby takes it on the full, gives it on to Delaney, who's met by Levi. And he'll play it 33 out from the line. Centre field. Now they work the right edge a little more with Shane Wright. He plays it on tackle 2. Swing it back across. George Whitby gives it out. Wellesby dropping a runner underneath. Gets the offload away. Wellesby's there. Kicks in behind. Looking for Saylor chasing, and he's done well. Tristan Saylor, what about the pace on the outside? He had next to no room to move. And with a minute to go till half-time, Tristan Saylor's added a try to his 2 conversions. And all of a sudden, that lead is starting to build for St Helens in the shadows of half-time. It's 16 points to 8 with a kick to come. It's good eyes up rugby league there from Wellesby. I thought he might have overplayed his hand, but he placed the kick perfectly. I said he dropped that runner back underneath. They got the offload away, and then he decided to take on the short side. They didn't have numbers, but they had space to work with. McCormick was caught a little far infield because he thought the tackle was complete. And then you just see the offload gets away. Purcell who got the offload. And Saylor dotting it down there just outside the pursuit of Fergie McCormack. 16 points to 8 with a kick to come. They're just going to have another look at the grounding. Oh, has he bobbled that? Just lost contact with his hand. I think he might have. He might have just bobbled this. No, the try's going to stand, it looks like. Not quite enough. Separation. Gets his 5th Super League try. It does stand. And St Helens, despite the fact that, to be fair, Leeds have probably had the better of all the stats. We'll go into half-time, at least 8-point leaders, possibly 10, as Saylor brings this back about 25 metres. Hits it from wide out, just inches inside the touch line, but pushes it across the face. So it will remain 16 points to 8 at the half. We'll run through the scorers for you. First score of the game was a penalty goal to Jake Connor. Then it was Alex Walmsley getting the opening try. That was converted by Tristan Saylor. Kyle Felt also got a try, which was converted. Chris Hankinson got one back for Leeds. Then right on half-time, it was Tristan Saylor, thanks to Jack Wellesby, getting the try that put St Helens out to an 8-point lead at the break. We're going to take a short break. We'll rejoin you very soon with the second half. A big thank you to you all for tuning in. If you haven't already, please hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel. Get involved in the comments. Just let us know where you're tuning in from and who you think takes it out from here. Does St Helens go on with it and put themselves atop the ladder for the time being? Or will Leeds come back and find something here at home? They're the big questions. We'll be right back in about 10 minutes' time with the second half to talk all about it in the second 40 minutes. And welcome back for the second half as we get set to get underway, and we are in fact just underway here. And Leeds are the ones with the ball to start this second half and work to do. They trail by 8. They're working out of their own end here. McDonald, the man with the ball. Plays it on the 30 on tackle 3. Levi gets it out of dummy half. They spread it across now. Connor gives it on and Hankinson will play it. Levi takes a scoot out of dummy half and gets it up over the 40 on tackle 5. He'll play it 42 out from his line. Watkins fills in at dummy half. They swing it deep back to Connor, who kicks. Chases well in advance. Left to give 10. Do enough to keep the referee on side, and Wellesby will bring it out, and they'll start their first set of the second half. St Helens on the 30-metre line. Now Robertson picks up another 4. Sailor filling in at dummy half. Now Kyle Felt coming forward, almost up to the 40 on tackle 3. Shorrock shovels it on. Shane Wright plays it almost up to halfway. Shorrock's again at first receiver. He's giving it on to Delaney. He takes it over halfway. And we've got a penalty. Offside. It's a coach killer on tackle 4. St Helens kick for touch and early pressure here. They'll start this set 30 out from the line. Sirenen takes the first hitter. Tries to throw himself to ground and get a penalty. Doesn't work out. Now Delaney gets dropped underneath by Clark. He'll play it 19 out from the line. Almost exactly centre field. Shorrock with a flat ball at the line. This time for Wright. And Shane Wright up to the 10. Playing on the 10-metre line now on tackle 3. And work it back through Shorrock. Delaney. Delaney brought down on the 10, 20 in from touch on the left edge. Now Clark. Just pushes a short pass. That'll be tackle 5. They're 3 out from the line here. Wright will play it. They go short with Delaney. He's just going to try and burrow over, and that's not going to work. They're going to need to be a little bit more imaginative than that. Now Leeds, though. They're going to have to work it out from their own end. And they start with Ash Handley. St Helens discipline needs to stick here. Sevo. It's a good tackle over the top. Whitby. It's Matt Whitby. It was Matt and George both in the side. Matt in the back row, George at halfback. Levi getting out of dummy half. Palacia, former Gold Coast Titan, takes it forward. A kick from just inside their 30 Leeds. It's a booming long kick. Gets the run as well, and Felt will chase that all the way down, back into the corner. He's worried about a 40-20, and he ends up batting it dead. That was a huge kick. Took an awkward break on him as well. Kick from inside the 30. And to be fair to Kyle Feld, if he hadn't have managed to bat this back in, it would have been a 25-5. Instead, he bats it dead, and it'll be a goal line dropout, and Jake Connor is very happy with that. Why wouldn't he be? He's turned a tackle 4, pinned in your own end defensive position. Into a new set. 40 out from the line as they get rolling. Watkins takes it forward and make that 27 out from the line. Levi at dummy half. Work it on here. They push it out the back. Awkward pass for Newman. He's wrapped up by Percival. Play it here. 21 out from the line. They swing it across. Palacia, second man. They push it on. Connor gets it on the outside. Ash Handley beats 1, beats 2, pushes through the middle. They eventually drag him down 5 out from the line. About 6 to the left of the uprights. Danny Levi's at dummy half. Awkward bouncing pass. Batted on. That's a nice shovel on. Connor does well. And lose it out the back door. A little scrappy in the end. Smith in at dummy half. Palacia pushes it back inside the 10-metre area, so he'll play it 8 out from the line, just outside the right upright. It's tackle 5. What do they do here? Flat ball, and what about that? Strolling through an absolute gaping hole is Harry Newman. And the Rhinos are back. 16 points to 12 with a kick to come. Just held it up, had them in two minds. They turned their shoulders in on him, and Newman on the unders line outside him. Runs it perfectly. Just held up. The timing was beautiful. We've had, in the last 90 seconds or so, a little bit of a Jake Connor masterclass. First, the monster kick that almost turned out to be what would have technically been defined a 40-20, but would have been a 25-5 across field. And then, oh, it was Croft this time. Sorry, not Connor. I've given Connor all the credit. It was Croft getting the ball here, just holding it up. Beautiful line run as well by James McDonald, just to hold up the inside defender. Tristan Saylor had to try and hit in at the last moment, but it was too late at that point. So 6 minutes gone in the second half, and it is 16 points to 12. It is game on. Great to have you all tuning in. We'd love it if you could hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel if you love your rugby league. We'll be back again tomorrow with Castleford up against Lee. Also, more than likely have some NRL later this evening, Australian time, with the Knights and the Storm coming from Melbourne. The conversion attempt is hit, and is hit well by Connor, and is back to a 2-point ball game. He's 3 from 3 from the tee today. A penalty and 2 conversions. And that's the start the Leeds are looking for. Newman got a double in that drubbing. Oh, what about that, Ryan Hall? I thought he'd knocked it on at first, but all he had to do was touch it because he got his foot over the line, and things get bad to worse for St Helens here. And his foot out of play, so once he touches it, doesn't even have to catch it. The ball is classes out on the full from the kickoff. Very good awareness from him. And now Leeds will start this set 25 out from the attacking line. Away they go. Palacia driving forward. They've got a spring in their step now, the Rhinos. Brad Arthur. A bit of a smirk on his face. He's certainly more impressed with this. Now they push forward and they go wide. And Humphreys is out there now, is it? No, that was McCormack running it into another. Oh, it's Delaney. And inside the 10-metre line they go now. Cameron Smith takes it forward, and now we've got a high tackle penalty on Watkins. Be against Delaney, is it? No, against Shorrocks. So another new set for Leeds, just a couple of metres out from the line. Well, they're going to take the penalty goal attempt. Try and level things up at 16 points all. Relatively easy one, just in line with the left upright. Jake Connor makes no mistake. And we're all tied up at 16 all. We'll be right back, just a split second of technical issues. I'm back, apologies for that. And here comes Keenan Palacia. 10 minutes gone in this second half. and work it across. They're using their hands to try and get to the outside Leeds. Just trying something a little different. They get to Hanley, and he'll play it 24 out from the line. Now Sevo in at dummy half. Gives it on, and a good strong run there from Hankinson, the early try scorer. Again, they're using a little bit of width here and just trying their hand. Croft plays it. Digging into the line, now swinging wide. Hanley standing up against Robertson. Making some good meters here, and they'll play it on tackle 5. 36 out from the line, 5 in from touch. Going to the air. Chasing through. A little bit of a fumble there. And Tristan Saylor will bat it dead. They might look back at the contest, will they? They are going back to the contest. Saying he wasn't given a genuine chance to take it as there's a penalty for the contact. Interesting times. It was Newman coming through and just not a genuine contest. The ball, he got there too early. So St Helens do get the penalty. I thought they were giving a penalty for contact on the kicker. It's hard to tell from some of the replays being shown, but now St Helens a breather sigh of relief and work this out from their own end. Delaney up over the 40-metre line on tackle 2. George Delaney plays it 42 out from his own line. Shorrocks gives it on here. George Whitby will play it. Shorrocks again. Delaney plays it now, just inside the attacking half. Lomax on. They'll play it tackle 5 here. That's Matt Whitby to play it. Now they go to the air. Wellesby with the kick. McDermott gets up above the pack and takes it cleanly. And he's met straight away by Shorrocks and Robinson. Now Sevo bumps off Robinson, then 3 players arrive and shut him down. Clark, Whitby, and 1 more. Now Hall bouncing through the middle. Shrugs off the first couple of bits of attention, but is dragged down by Delaney. Levi gets out of dummy half. Gives it on. Good strong run by Cameron Smith here. Gets a penalty for his efforts, and now Lomax. Johnny Lomax is trying to stand over him after giving away the penalty. So the penalty stands. A little bit of aggression between Smith and Lomax. Frustration starting to build. The St Helens, as they have given up an 8-point lead here to start this half. Oh, interesting times. What can they do here? The Rhinos, can they get back on top? Sevo picks it up after they kick for touch, and they'll start this set well inside the attacking half. Well, Hanley not happy with the football he's given. Wants a different one. There we go. Gets the ball now. At 35 out from the line, they start this set. They go backwards to go forwards. Now they're working through. Newman will be the man to play this on tackle 1. It'll be on the 30 in the end. Lost the ball, but interestingly, caught it with his legs. I think he wanted the captain to challenge it. And his captain said to him, there's a good chance it's touched someone else on the way through. It's hit the ground as well. So, yeah, definitely good choice not to captain's challenge it. Brad Arthur not happy. 14 minutes gone in the second half, all tied up. Great to have you tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. Get involved in those comments. St Helens now working out from their end. Kyle Felt to play it. Tackle 2, 36 out from his line. Now Walmsley. He's the opening try scorer. He gets it up over the 40 here. Sharrock takes a strong run forward. Gets a nice little bobbled offload away. Lomax slicing through the middle. Palacia gets hold of him, bumps him into Watkins, and Watkins drags him down. Just short of the attacking 40 on tackle 4. Whitby gives on. Wellesby, finds a nice hole drifting through. There's Robinson, who lost his footing, gets the ball short to Whitby, fires it out over the top. Kyle Felt running back against the grain, dragged down though in the end. That'll be tackle 5. Sevo gets him. They're 3 metres short of the line. Wellesby bumps out of 1. Can he get the next pass away? He's skipping away, but realises that Leeds have managed to adjust their numbers. Ryan Hall doesn't worry about tackling him, just steals the ball from him. Well done, Ryan Hall. It's 2 good bits of eyes up rugby league from the winger in this half already. Now McDermott plays it. And push it on now. Newman. He's wrapped up on tackle 3 by Wright. Levi out of dummy half. Gives it on to Oledzki, who's back out there. Levi scooting out, bumps off Lomax. Keeps pushing forward, the former New Zealand and Samoa international. Alex Walmsley giving the referee a dressing down there as the kick finds good open space from the Rhinos. Saylor tracks back, picks it up 3 out from his line. He runs across field, tries to burn to the outside of McDonald, but can't do so. Percival takes a second run. He'll play it 12 out from the line. You just feel the temper's starting to turn up a notch here with this game in the balance. Sirinen. He'll play it on tackle 3. 21 out from the line. Saylor takes a scoot. He's dragged down from behind. Cameron Smith, the tackler. Very flat ball coming out of dummy half there. Percival's dragged down on the 40. That'll be tackle 5. Go back to Wellesby. He didn't get all of it. Came off the outside of the boot, and McDermott's had a race. McCormack's had a race forward and pick that up. And they'll start this set 40 out from the line. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. Get involved in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. Sevo, not happy with the tackle. Now they work forward. Oledzki up to halfway and just over. He's brought down by Wright. Gets a quick play the ball. Levi out of dummy half. Pops in behind the ruck. Pops the offload away to Connor, to Croft. Now it's charging back on an unders line, McDonald. Take it forward to the 30-metre line where he'll play it just short of the 30-metre line on tackle 4. Now Smith just a little bit of second man play, and Oledzki will play it on the 20. They go to Connor, who puts it up high in the air for Wellesby to take, and they're happy to let him just take it without a contest. Then they wrap him up with Cooper Jenkins back on the field. Now Percival tries to outflank them, but Croft drags him down with the help of McDonald. Saylor comes in for a run. He's almost out to the 20 here. Plays it on tackle 3. Now Walmsley crabbing across field, dragged down by McDonald and Croft. St Helens kick from inside their 30. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. McCormack all the time in the world to bring it back. Now Ryan Hall runs into a host of defenders led by Walmsley and Sirinen. Croft filling in at dummy half. Time ticking down. Almost 60 minutes gone. Just over 20 minutes remaining. Connor Drops the player underneath. Is that Smith up to halfway on tackle 4. Now a good run from Jenkins. Gets him on the front foot. Tackle 5 here. A kick from the 30. It's Connor going to the air. Contest, but Newman coughs it up, knocks it on, and that'll give an extra tackle to St Helens as Sailor races forward. And he's met by Connor. Now Felt. Good strong tackle by Levi and Oledzki. Sailor at dummy half. Kyle Felt's going to be told to go back and play it. Send a runner forward. Just one out running from St Helens here as we hit bang on the 60-minute mark now. Walmsley. Jenkins wraps him up with the help of his front row partner in Oledzki. Clark gets out of dummy half, gives it on. Clemmer's back out there. An extended break. He's going to have to bring it home now, David Clemmer, the former Bulldog, Tiger and Knight. Now Walmsley plays at tackle 5, 7 metres into the attacking half. George Whitby goes to the air. Leeds are happy to let St Helens take it. Clemmer, throwing cutout ball. Sirenen gets it across to the left to Percival. He rolls it in behind. And McCormack just happy to dive on it. Ends up being a good finish to the set for St Helens. Ryan Hall takes it into contact. He'll play it 10 out from the line. Now Sevo shooting up on him and absolutely sent packing. Was that Whitby? Sevo just saw him coming, just turned and gave him a little don't argue. Leeds in a little bit of trouble here. Tackle 4. They're only 12 out from their line. No, it's tackle 5, is it? No, he's just telling him to stand up. Jenkins picks up the ball, gets it off to Oledzki, who plays it now. He'll play it on the 20 on tackle 5. Need a big ranging kick here and does get the bounce, but sits up on the second and third bounces for Wellesby, who beats 1, beats 2. But there's going to be a penalty here. Another one against Kyle Felt. My goodness, some days Kyle Felt is just a liability. I'm going to say Kyle Felt ran the chaser off the ball. He just propped his line. The call's been made. There you go. So Leeds will start this one. Got a HIA for Matt Whitby. Who's the man? I'm pretty sure that shot out of the line and now here we go. Jenkins playing at 30 out from the line. Levi out of dummy half. Gives on. Oledzki ends up with it. He'll play it now on tackle 2. 25 out from the line. 20 in from touch on the left edge. And taking it forward is Smith. He'll play it 19 out from the line. Almost centre field. Oledzki just takes one straight through the middle. Picks up 10 metres. He'll play it 9 out from the line again. Fairly central. Levi, slow out of dummy half. Let's take another settler through the middle, this time through Jenkins. He played 8 out from the line. Now just rolled in behind. And Kyle Felt nails it over the dead ball line. It's all the chasers. Wasn't playing any risk, Felt. A goal line dropout to be taken by St Helens. Leeds try and turn up the heat. They haven't led for us too much of this game. Tell you what though, they're dropping like flies at the moment. Good news is that Harry Robertson is back up and out there and going again after getting some treatment. As Leeds now take this forward. Jenkins will play it 19 out from the line on tackle 2. And work it across. They give it on to James McDonald. Levi in at dummy half. Smith scooting across the field. He'll be wrapped up. 10 out from the line. Centre field. Tackle 4. What can they come up with here? The Rhinos. Croft just happy to drop McCormack back underneath. Levi in a dummy half now. 5 out from the line. 20 from touch on the right on tackle 5. They swing it. Rolled in behind. The weight not going to quite sit up, is it? Kyle Felt does well to pirouette and keep himself in the field of play. Now Robinson will come racing forward. He's met strongly, though, by Jenkins and one other. Ledsky's in there as well. Now, they keep pushing forward with their numbers. Jake Davies is out there now for St Helens. He takes a run. As does Mark Percival. And we'll show and go there. Lomax out for Sailor. Again, a borderline, but maybe flat pass. And Sailor will play it on tackle 5 on the 40. Wellesby getting it on to Lomax. To Whitby. Whitby kicks. Awkward first bounce, but the second bounce is friendly for Fergie McCormack. Now Sevo. He'll go forward on tackle 2. Hall runs into the shoulder of Shorrock. Up over the 40 now are Leeds Rhinos. They'll play it through Hankinson, their first try scorer. They swing it to the outside. Croft here, getting early ball for Handley. The offload's away and it comes back to Croft, who's dragged down just short of the 40-metre line on the attacking side of halfway. Tackle 5. I'll go to Connor, who'll put it to the air, hoists it high. Chase coming through. Contest for the ball, knocked on by Kyle Felt. So it'll be Leeds ball. So the referee's got that absolutely right. He was on the spot there. Felt under pressure. He's got to try today, but he's had a pretty rough evening, has Kyle Felt. "13 minutes till full time. Leeds now an opportunity to attack from 10 out from the line. Here's the chance to maybe seize the lead they've been looking for. Handley gets to the outside of Robertson before he's dragged down and he coughs it up. And another opportunity goes begging for the Rhinos. That just about sums up their day at times here. They're trying to get this out in one hand and then Robertson just trying to affect the tackle, dislodged it. Wasn't a strong carry from Ash Handley. He'd like to have that again. And Saints will now work this out from their own end. 12 minutes remaining. Game in the balance. First playing third. Sailor will play this now. 12 out from his own line. They work it forward. Right. We'll get it outside the 20 now. 23 out, 20 in from touch on the right edge. They swing it across and Wellesby wrapped up. Good defensive work there. Could have been trouble for Newman. We'll scoot out a dummy half from Clark. That's good meters from the experienced head of Darryl Clark. Picks up about 20 in the end and he'll play it 45 out on tackle 5. Swing it deep now. Whitby kicks from inside the 40. Micah Sevo's going to get up ahead of steam here and take it straight back at the defence. Tell you what about that tackle? Shane Wright there. Shane Wright and Jake Davies getting it done on Micah Sevo with a head of steam. Curtis Aaron now drags down the next runner. It was Handley. Now it's Hall. Siren and Wright and Clemmer get it done. Almost up to halfway now with Aletsky. Levi gets out of dummy half, sees that the markers aren't paying attention, gives it off to Watkins, who's steaming through, dragged down from behind by Davies. Tackle 5, they'll play it 28 out from the line. They push to the left here. Connor, another mistake, and again. Ash Handley just couldn't handle a pass. Handley not having his greatest night tonight. To be fair, it hasn't been the biggest spectacle of rugby league overall. Despite it being close, 16 all, it's been interesting, shall we say, but far from a clinical display of rugby league from either side. Certainly not like the playoff eliminator last year that St Helens clutched 16-14. With 9 minutes and 45 seconds remaining, this is in the offing for someone to take it. Kyle Felt tangled up, plays the ball. Tackle 1 now. Working out of their own end. The Saints. Wright will play it. Whitby, the short ball. Looks dubious. Clemmer, the hit and spin, gets out of the first tackle, dragged down on the second. Taking it to the line now is Lomax, giving it on for Davies. He's met immediately on tackle 5. Just short of halfway. Now they go back to Whitby, who decides to bizarrely go for the midfield bomb. He's got to have hit that incorrectly. And a fine touch on halfway. George Whitby owns that. So Leeds now start this set on halfway. Is it too early at 8.5 minutes to go to start thinking about a field goal? Levi. Palacia. Palacia goes forward, picks up about 6 metres. Brad Arthur looking a little nervy, the head coach of the Leeds Rhinos. Now, Smith goes forward. He's wrapped up by Delaney. Levi gets out of dummy half. A good strong run there. Up over the 30. That'll be tackle 3. I'm just start thinking about where you're going to settle if you are going for it. Palacia inside the 20 on tackle 4. Well, they've got a 6 more here at some point, have they? Dropping a runner back underneath, and McCormack bounces through the first tackle, but Wright hangs on. Got a penalty for a player taken off the ball. And they'll take the 2 points here for certain. Just trying to work out who that is. Is it Clemmer? It is Clemmer, just lined up the runner. And once he's committed, decided he's going to hit anyway. Chris Hankinson. David Clemmer's trying to argue the point. Yeah, definitely late. Yes, he lined him up early, but the onus is on him. So don't worry about field goals. Jake Connor will have a 3rd penalty goal attempt here. We call David Clemmer out here. We might just have a little listen. David Clemmer wants to keep arguing. So St Helens will finish with 12 players. I want to continue arguing with the referee there. I don't know what he thought was going to come of that, David Clemmer. The referee said the ball's already in the next player's hands when you've hit. Yes, you've lowered the shoulder. Yes, it was a legitimate legal tackle if it was timed correctly. The issue wasn't the type of contact, it was the timing of the contact. Then David Clemmer just wanted to argue about it. So now, with 7 minutes and 12 seconds remaining, Jake Connor will line up for another shot at goal here. He's 4 from 4, 2 penalties, 2 conversions so far. And it just sums up what I've talked about. Discipline and errors have more been the underlying factor of today's game than anything else. Connor hits it. And Leeds have the lead. 18 points to 16. With 6.5 minutes remaining. And David Clemmer's done for the evening. So 3 tries to 2 St Helens, but they trail by 2. Tristan Saylor gets us underway. St Helens need to try and find something. Tell you what, they did well there, the Leeds Rhinos. Harry Newman, he took that millimetres inside the touchline. His momentum was going away. He did well just to pull up. Now Hall and St Helens are coming with intent in defence. And work it forward. Palacia is there playing it now. Daryl Clark. He's throwing hands now. Clark might find himself in trouble. Players rushing in. Oh, my. Wow, wow, wow. Josh, I think they're going to have a bit of trouble from here. So I only just saw your comment. And Gaz. Who you got going back joint top tomorrow, mate? Who's your side, Gaz? Warrington, I'm assuming. Yeah, the other side equal top here, but this is blown up here. Daryl Clark might find himself sitting down. It's great to have you tuning in, lads. It's just watching this. Daryl Clark comes in. Palacia is the man in trouble here. He's kicked out. A few players running in as well. It might be a bit of interesting times here, lads. Five minutes, 24 seconds remaining here. So it comes back for the initial third man in below the knee tackle. Top 6. I honestly don't know if it changes much, to be honest. You might see maybe one of those sides out of sort of Lee down to Cass coming in, but I don't think it changes much, to be honest, Gaz. So it's just a penalty here to Leeds. And we've got 5 minutes remaining. Great to have everyone tuning in. If you're enjoying the content, hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel. Plenty more Super League watch-alongs and NRL ones as well as plenty of other content around other sports. Tennis, cricket, soccer, rugby union. A penalty again to Leeds there for second effort in the ruck. Darryl Clark just giving a nudge over the top. A little bit soft. Cameron Smith added a bit of mayonnaise to that. So 4.5 minutes remaining. What are they going to do here? They're going to take another shot at goal. No, I'll take the tap. So Connor taps it. Gives it off to Palacia. And out they go. Coming back across Watkins. That's a good tackle from Clark. He's got a point to prove now. Leeds. A converted try. You feel it almost seal it from here. McDonald gets the offload away. O'Connor sniffing about in support. Drag down on tackle 310 out from the line, just to the left of the uprights. And they swing it to the left here. Nice flat ball out to Sevo. He's going to dive over in the corner. The big Fijian's going to get a try. He was denied one earlier. He won't be denied now. And they'll have a kick from out wide to make it an 8-point lead. But for the time being, it's 22 points to 16. And absolutely clinical there, finishing from Micah Sevo. As a 12-man St Helens try and hang on here and try and stay in this contest. They've led for the majority of the game, the Saints. And as we know, it's all about who leads at the 80th minute. Now I'll have a conversion attempt out wide for Jake Connor. He's 5 from 5 from the tee today. Going to take this one nice and wide. Just inside the left touch line. Connor, he's brought it back plenty of distance. Got less than 3 minutes remaining here. As I say, if he hits this, it's almost a death knell. 24 out, a metre in from touch, and he's slotted it. What about that from Connor from out wide? The composure, the calm. 24 points to 16, and with less than 3 minutes remaining, it's going to take a minor miracle for the Saints here. 6 from 6 from the tee in the end for the day for Jake Connor. Realistically, that's been the difference. Saints will go the short kickoff here. A couple of air swings from Leeds players, and the unlikely man of George Delaney comes through and collects it. 29 out from the line. He'll play it on tackle 1. 2.5 minutes remain. Wellesby gives it on for Walmsley. He's up to the 20. Big Alex Walmsley plays it. Now Whitby out the back, and a little juggle there. The ball wasn't meant for right, and he didn't expect it. Now, out the back, little fumble from Wellesby, diving on it to clean up. There's Davies. Now they work it across again. Walmsley gets his nose through the line. Can't find the offload. Can't find a run at offload 2, to be fair. That's tackle 4, and they play it 12 out from the line. Now they swing it across. Cut out ball for Saylor. He had to catch that on the back foot. Little dancing move now. Tristan Saylor gets the offload away. Ryan Hall's just going to dive on it. Managed to reel it in, and with 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining, they're going to say Ryan Hall's knocked it on the ground here. So with 1 minute 25 remaining now, St Helens will get the scrum feed. It did look like there was a bobble, but I thought he managed to hang on to it. No, they've got that absolutely right. Touch judge is there, has seen it, has called it, has nailed it. They're going to challenge this just for the sake of challenging it, I think. Oh, look here, and there it is. There's the bobble. No question really about it. Just using up a little bit of time, getting a breather just to help set their defence. They do lead by 8, so it would need 2 tries or something miraculous from Saints from here. 1:17 remaining. Here they go. Off the scrum, 10 out from the line. Whitby just tucks it under his wing and goes forward. He'll play it. Clark in at dummy half. Finds it behind Walmsley now. He's got to track back and go across field, and he's dragged down in the end by McDonald on one more. 7 out from the line. Cameron Smith. Gone to the sin bin, professional foul. He will join David Clemmer there. He knew exactly what he was doing, Cameron Smith, so he's going to come back here. 47 seconds remain. Walmsley takes the tap and goes. He'll play it 3 out from the line, 6 to the left of the uprights. Swings it across now. Whitby. Wellesby kicks it in behind off the outside of the left. It's going to be too big. Doesn't matter. It held one bounce, and McCormack just pushes it dead. And with 30 seconds remaining, they're not even going to get the goal line dropout. You wouldn't think. And that will be all she wrote, I would suggest. The goal line dropout does have to be taken. They've called timeout. 79:42 on the clock. 18 seconds remain. And take the dropout. 15 seconds here to try and get one back and just reduce the deficit. Wellesby's the man they go to. He goes to Walmsley, gets the offload away. Sevo toes it through. He falls to ground. Delaney picks it up. 2 seconds remaining. This will be the last play. Micah Sevo drags him down from behind, and that will be full time. And it wasn't pretty. It wasn't clinical. It wasn't all that convincing for either side, but Leeds do keep themselves atop the ladder. They go 2 points clear of everyone for the time being. And that is what it is for today. And yeah, that is a good question, Derek. How are they 2 of the top teams of the league? Because the display they put on today is not a top 2 display. It was scrappy, it was ill-disciplined, and it was not clean. Both teams will have a lot to work on out of this one, but Leeds take the 2 points. Kyle Felt is still carrying on. I'm going to be honest, Kyle Felt, you have made a peanut of yourself today. He's had not a great game, and he's just wanted to carry on with niggle and rubbish after the game. What happens on the field stays on the field. But anyway, it is what it is. A big thank you to you all for tuning in. If you haven't already, please hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel. We'll be back most likely tonight with the Newcastle Knights down against the Melbourne Storm live watch along. If not, that one, the next one will be tomorrow morning, Castleford versus Lee for the Super League. 9th plays 7th, a crucial game for both those sides' top 6 hopes. As always, thanks for tuning in. We look forward to seeing you again soon here on the Chris McPherson Show on another one of our live watch-alongs or our daily dose.